4-4. I left.
What's up?
They're 4-4. Left.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it does that when nobody's in here.
Like, what is the camera? Well, set a camera here somewhere.
Yeah. All right, guys, y'all ready?
Camera's good? Good.
All right. All right, exciting time right now. This part of the season. We play on Saturday. It'll be the first day, obviously, in November. So you want to be in a position to be able to play games in November that mean something, and challenging games and against good competition, and that's what we have in front of us. We're very fortunate to be in the position that we're in right now to play these games, and we're going into we're going into an environment up there that's going to be an extremely challenging environment versus a challenging team. They hadn't gotten the outcome that they've wanted the last few weeks, but you turn the tape on and you watch them play, and you watch where the games are. And if you don't look at the scoreboard, I mean, it's like I say all the time. I mean, you make your judgment based on the team, how they play, and obviously knowing their head coach. Dave is one of the guys in not just in the league but in the country that I really, really respect. Look up to as a head coach. He's been great to me, being new in the league and new as a head coach. The different events and things we've had a chance to be around each other. He's a heck of a ball coach, and really good staff of coaches around him, and they got a lot of really talented players. So it's gonna be a big challenge for us. We're excited. We had a good day of preparation today, and we'll have 3 more of those leading up to it. So we can control how we prepare during the week. We can control how we play on Saturdays. We know we can't control the outcome, and if we do things the right way leading up to that, we'll be pleased with what the outcome ends up being. And we don't look at the scoreboard and say, hey, we got to win, we got to do this, we got to keep from losing out. It's how we prepare, it's how we play, and we got to continue to do that week in and week out. And whatever outcome happens, we'll live with. Right? That's the way we take it and go about every single day. So, questions?
It seems like this third year with Haynes King that Buster's done a really nice job of cooking up some variations on some of your bread and butter plays, and the play action game seems to be really paying off for you guys. How impressed have you been kind of with how you guys have been able to hit those plays and the adjustments that Buster's made with some of that stuff?
I mean, that's the name of the game. I mean, you want to if you're going to sit there and run the same play over and over and over, right, you're probably not going to have success with it. I mean, there's good coaches on other teams. That's what complementary football is. I mean, every run we have has a play action, a movement, a naked, formationally, motion-wise, whatever it is, the run. So, yeah, we've got to be able to complement things and continue to do that.
What does NC State do offensively that makes them so dangerous?
What do? They run and throw. No, they've got really good players doing it. Right, their quarterback is a freak athlete, but not just an athlete. I mean, he's a super talented young man at quarterback, and I think if you might remember last year in the game here and how he was able to make plays with his feet, make plays with his arm. They got a group of guys in front of them that they've had some injuries and whatnot across the board on both sides, but they play physical, they play tough. They're going to play for 4 quarters. And then Hollywood is a heck of a running back, really is. They got good guys on the outside. Tight end is probably one of the most dangerous tight ends in the entire country. All right, so when you have a good quarterback, good skill guys, and a tough physical offensive line, I think it's a recipe to be a pretty dangerous offense, and they have all those. So it'll be a big challenge for us.
To that point, what kind of jumps out when you watch the tape on Hollywood?
I mean, what's he got? I mean, eight. I mean, and it was in the eights. I mean, it's a lot of yards. I mean, that's about the combination of both of our guys. I mean, that says enough itself right there. He's elusive. He's fast. He can play with power. He can break away. He can make you miss. I mean, he's an ideal running back. He really is. Total package.
Sorry, Patrick, and then.
Coach Key, can you talk to us, give us some insight on Josh Beetham's big day on Saturday?
Like, in what way?
Describe what happened. I'm sorry. Describe what happened early in the game and then how you went back to him on, I guess, 2 different plays.
I mean, the way you guys see the game is so different than the way we see the game. I mean, it's like, oh, he dropped a ball. Let's go back to him and make sure he doesn't. I mean, that's not the way it happens. I mean, you have formations that are set up in play actions. You have, certain guys that do certain things. And look, he dropped the ball early in the game. Came to the sideline. He was kind of beating himself up. I looked at him and said, "Look, dude, you're gonna catch one today." And he did. And like I said, then he caught another one, and then karma hit. He was supposed to catch one to balance out the one he dropped, so he caught 2. So then he had to drop the other one at the end to balance it all out. So that was the football gods having fun. It was the same play, and it's a look. It's not a super easy catch, just the angle and the whatnot. But we got to make those plays. He knows that. Really, really happy for him to be able to get those other ones that were drawn up plays and plays that were designed to be able to be huge chunk plays. One of them being on 4th and 1, which was a big play, big momentum in the game.
Coach, thoughts about the fact of what you have accomplished this season, teams that you're going to face have dissected a lot of what you do. Talk about you and your coaching staff being more proactive than reactive going forward, because everybody's really turned you inside out, so to speak.
Say that again now. I'll follow the question.
Just you and your coaching staff and your approaches each week, what it allows you to do to be more proactive than reactive as far as things that come along. We talked about changing some things up, for Haynes.
I don't believe in anything being reactive. We're a proactive group. I mean, to be successful in football, you have to be proactive. You can't wait and see what other people are going to do. That's why we say all the time, it's about what we do. It's not what they do. Right? We watch film to see, how to practice against what they're doing. I mean, we're always going to look to make, and it's not changes and tweaks. It's an evolution of an offense or a defense during the season. Right? Complementary football is important. Complementary football is important through offense, special teams, defense. Complementary football is plays off of plays, all right, calls off of calls, looking like you're going to run one coverage and running another one. All right, you're defensively you're trying to take things away, offensively you're trying to make things happen. So we're always proactive in what we do. I mean, each week, the core of what we do is always going to be the same, all right? The 90% of it. Then 10% each week is going to be plays off plays, calls off calls, and complementary things we do.
I wonder if you could talk about Dean Patterson, Player of the Week, only 1 reception. What are the things that he's doing that nobody sees in the stat book that make the offense go?
Well, I mean, we saw it in the stat book also. I mean, that was a pretty big yards per catch. Right. Pretty efficient catching the ball for, I think it was 37-yard average and 1 touchdown. So that was a pretty big stat line with him. Dean's a great kid. I mean, unbelievable kid. I would take Dean Patterson's football team year in and year out and take 10 of them. His play on special teams and how he's helping the team and ability to get in and do the dirty work in there. It was really good to see him reap the fruits and rewards of his labors.
I know a lot of times fans and even media can view the game differently than you and the coaching staff do. You always say we're chasing perfection in an imperfect game. We talked about a complete game the other day. What does that look like to you and the staff and the team? Because obviously fans and media might have a different notion of what that actually looks like.
Y'all do. It's kind of like rankings and stuff too. I mean, it's what we see inside. It's what we do. A complete game. Right. I mean, we have a couple of things we do at the end of each game, and there's a percentage of it's a combination of different things on offense and defense, added together, divided by the number of plays played. Right? It's a margin of error, we call it on offense. And, defensively, it's a havoc rate, right? It's offensively, you have, total plays, obviously, and then you have sacks, TFLs, drops, penalties accepted, and turnovers, fumbles and interceptions. And then defensively, it's pass breakups, interceptions, fumble recoveries, forced fumbles, TFL, sacks, and we have a certain percentage we look at each week that we try to hit that is set, and it's something that I've used for a long, long time. That was back from when I was a player here to the whole time as a coach at UCF and then into the time at Alabama. It's one of those things that really shows how clean a game you're playing, and I think when Coach Friedgen started that out, 30 years ago with me, I'm sure they were doing it before. I think prior, it was about 12% is what we looked at our margin of error to be. I think at Alabama in 2017, I think, or 18, whatever it was, I think we averaged around 7% margin of error per game. UCF on our really good teams, we were in the anywhere from 7 to 9. So it's self-defeating errors. That's what a complete game is. A complete game could be a 3-0 game, right? A complete game could be 10-7. It could be 54-49, right? It's how you play, and are you limiting the things that beat you? That's what I look at. I don't look at necessarily completion percentage or rushing yards or red zone defense. It's all that combined, but when we look at playing a clean game and then an efficient game offensively, and then we look to play a game on defense where we're making things happen, not allowing them to happen. That's really what we look at.
Can you talk a little bit about Jamison Riggs? He's doing a lot of different things for you guys, giving you kind of a little Swiss Army knife off the bench there, playing tackle and both tackles and some center for you. And he's a second-year guy, not getting a lot of maybe publicity, but just kind of having a guy like that's in your organization starting to step up a little bit for you.
Yeah, Jamison is a super, super talented offensive lineman. Look, you're not able to play the three positions he's playing right now and not be talented. He's got a bright future. I totally believe that offensive linemen, their ability to play multiple positions and have versatility makes you stronger as a team, but also makes them more valuable as an individual. He's got the talent to play all five. When we bumped him into center at the during training camp and started to start developing him there. Golly, you're talking to guys 6'5", 315, is athletic, is anybody out there, can run, can bend, super strong. But every offensive lineman develops at a different rate. There's guys that played in the NFL 12, 15 years that started 2 years in college. So that's the one thing you can't do as a coach is predict the biological clock on somebody, the DNA they have in them and when they're going to hit that point. But he's doing a really nice job. His confidence level is continuing to rise, and really, you can practice all the practice reps you want, but you want to be able to get really to become a confident football player is playing in games. So that's why he's played so many snaps this year.
Technically, you just finished that middle third of the season, of the regular season, I should say. When you look at this last third, what is the focus for you guys in terms of approach, anything like that? There's always that adage, this is the time that you want to peak. So how do you view it?
Well, I view it like this. To go where we want to go and where everybody wants to go, we're only at the halfway point. We're only at the halfway point. We can't predict the future, but right, that's what, and it's not just us. That's everybody's goal, right? That's what everyone wants to be. So to sit there and put a self-imposed limitation on you, saying, "Hey, this is going to be the final third of the season coming," and then it hits, and now you keep playing. Uh-oh. Come on, what are we going to do now? Every part of the season has its ebbs and flows. A lot of that's internal. A lot of that, the internal motivation, the the mental approach that we take, but also with the physical part of practice. You know, how we adapt and change and really lean into the sports science part of our program, which I've spoken numerous times about that, of the science, the sports science, the technology, the research, the analytics, all those things that, you know, that's why I've got people on the staff that are a lot smarter than me, right, to be able to help do those things. I mean, you start looking at all those numbers and all that data, I mean, like I said, I can't handle all of it, so I've got really smart people around me. So, but we lean into it, and I believe in it. I trust it. And I trust the people that are working in those areas to be able to help us become a good team each week. So,
Do you see any similarities off the field, on the field between Haynes and Joe Hamilton?
I don't. I've been. They're both great players, both great college players. I mean, comparatively, I think both of them are. I mean, they probably both of them were a little bit under the radar from a external view, and both of them are tremendous players, are tremendous competitors. The belief when the ball is in their hand that you're going to have an opportunity to win the game. Look, you know, Haynes, Joe was special, man. I mean, just sorry, because I'm just now I'm thinking back to times being in the huddle with him or being on the field and things he would say. He was one of a kind now with that. But when the game's on the line, both of them walk up and say, "Hey, I want the ball in my hand." But it's the way they do it, probably not as much different in that aspect. But I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there in this country that, you know, they're watching football because of Haynes King, right? They're watching Georgia Tech football because of Haynes King. He's captivated a lot of people this season across the country, and he represents everything that there is about college football. And I think at that time, Joe Hamilton captivated people as well. That's why I was able to, you know, gain some of the awards that he gained that year, and be in that position at the end of the season, as well as us, you know, have a you know, a tremendous year that year. So, you know, Haynes is special in his own right. I don't ever want to compare two great players to each other, and that's why I said no, because when you do what Haynes King does, when you did what Joe Hamilton did 30 years ago, when you did what any of the great players in the history of our sport have done, I don't think it's fair to them to compare them to anybody, because they're setting their own path in their own way, and that's what Haynes is doing right now.
The value of no probably is something that's becoming more important to you right
The what
now.
now?
The value of saying no. Demand. I'm sure there's lots of demands on
Nancy
your time.
Reagan. Just say no.
How are you balancing?
She was in a California school one day, and some little girl asked her what to do if somebody offers them drugs, and she just said, "Just say no." So that's where it came about. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're in this situation now where your team's having all the success, so there's lots of interview requests, all those things that Mike handles. But like, how do you, I guess, balance all that, the demands on your time being even probably more than they've been normally, and just how do you go about that, and what is it like for you to be in the situation where you're getting all this attention?
So what now? I mean, no, it's great for the school. It's great for the fans. It's outstanding for this place. I mean, look, this Georgia Tech deserves every bit of recognition that it's getting. Right? It deserves every bit of you know, positive, you know, talk that's going on about it, because it's a way to have Georgia Tech as a school in the front of people's minds, for people to see. Right? So just as, you know, we're talking about Georgia Tech football, people are also, all right, well, hey, they have a cool team. You know, they're fun to watch. Maybe they want to be, you know, maybe it's a kid in high school that says maybe they want to have a top business degree, or, you know, a top engineering degree, or a top communicate, whatever it is. maybe I'll look into that school. So now it's like the ball starts rolling. So it's huge for that reason. How do I manage it? I mean, there's 24 hours in the day to get things done. So that's not a problem at all. I mean, I'm thankful for Mike for being able to really set those schedules and allow me to continue to be efficient in what I do. But look, I talk all the time about I'm not going to do things not do things that I don't ask players to do or ask players to do. And players have these requests as well. You don't think Haynes is getting a bunch of requests on things? I mean, yeah, and deservingly so. So it's great for the school, outstanding for the fans. All the people that work so hard every day to make this thing go. I mean, the people that nobody have heard of, not even people in our building, in our organization. I mean, grounds crew guys. I mean, the job they have to do, the jobs the facilities has to do, just to get the place ready for games. Administration, what they have to do to go through all the hurdles and hoops each week. I mean, that's what that number next year names for. For all them to really get some recognition that they deserve. But that number next year's name, that does nothing for us. Right? It's great to have it. Right? It doesn't block. It doesn't tackle. Right? It doesn't really do anything to help us win a football game on a Saturday. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, I think it's important to have the positive energy and press being talked about Georgia Tech. But on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't change what I do, it doesn't change what the players do, and it doesn't do anything to help us really perform the way we have to perform each Saturday.
Coach Key, we know that Haynes King is utterly unconcerned with his own stats, but when you look at his career progression, the thing that jumps out to me, I guess to everybody, is the remarkable drop in interceptions. He went from year one to last year and now continued this year. Is that maturation? Is that play calling? Is that confidence? Is it all the above?
You didn't ask if it's luck.
I don't think it's luck.
It has to do with Haynes King. That's why I believe he's the best player in college football. Look at his stats. Look at his stats compared to other people, other players. Watch Haynes King with the ball in his hand with the game on the line. I just said it a minute ago. He represents all that is great in college football. And he is the best representative of any one individual for this entire sport that we play and we all love. And you can look at stats, you can look at game on the line, you can look at drop in, and it's not just intercept. I mean, he has an innate ability to avoid negative plays. He doesn't take sacks. He doesn't turn the ball over. That's metal. Bam, there we go. Put all those things together and look, yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, he's a tremendous football player, tremendous competitor. He raises up people around him, but he avoids the negative plays, the disaster plays, right? He's gonna pull a ball down and check it down for a 2 or 3 yard gain before he's gonna try to force one in that could be an interception. That's not saying that's not gonna happen. There's really good players on the other teams too now. But just the first drive or that second drive of the game on Saturday, we were able to sprint out down on the goal line, and he was about to rip it, and that corner was sitting there playing kind of in between, and he saw it, and he didn't. I mean, that would have been an interception by a lot of people, and he didn't. He pulled it back and tried to layer it over the top and threw it where only one person could either be out of bounds or get it, to make sure that we conserve and reserve, or we reserve the right to kick. And we ended up getting 3 out of it.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, we got another one. We got another question. Yeah.
It's just a college football question. In light of what happened, I know that, Coach. In light of what happened at LSU last weekend, your thoughts on the coaching fraternity and today's game?
I love the fraternity. I'm glad I'm in the frat. No, we all sign up for this. We all know what we're getting into, and when things like that happen, I feel for the people that, like I said a second ago, that people don't really know in the program or in the organization. That's the people that become disrupted. That's whose families become sit on a fence then. But as coaches, we sign up for this. We know what we're getting into. It's a great fraternity. A lot of good dudes in it. We don't do like frat things, but no. I mean, that's all I can say about it, really, of the fraternity. But
Thank you.
that's it. All right, thanks, y'all.
Don't forget your pen. Yeah, you didn't say your pen.
I was still thinking about the fraternity.
Oh,
Ooh, what can we call the fraternity?
What would you call it?
Bama was B Sci-Fi. It was O'Leary Sci-Fi at UCF. G Sci-Fi. G.